Naruto is one of my favorite anime, and I really like to read and hear some fanfics about Naruto, in which I just found something really great, and I would like to share this with you guys too. So, the question is, what would happen if Naruto had an actual Kakegenke, or we call it bloodline limit? So, the first bloodline limit which we have seen in the anime is obviously Ice Escape, and its owner is Haku. So the question is still there, that is he a girl or a boy, but that's not the point for today's video. We are going to see what will happen if Naruto awaken Keki Genkai Ice Escape bloodline limit after his 3 years journey. So let's see what will he do. But before that, if you haven't subscribed the channel yet, do that, turn on the bell icon and stay tuned for my upcoming videos.
Two figures were seen walking along the road back to Konoha. One was a tall and well-built man in adulthood with fair skin. He had waist-length, spiky white hair that he wore tied back into a ponytail, with two shoulder-length bangs framing his face. There were red lines under his eyes which extended further down his face, going all the way to the bottom near his jaw. He had wrinkles around the corners of his mouth and a wart on the left side of his nose. His attire consisted of a green short shirt kimono and matching pants, under which he wore mesh armor that is visible at his wrists and ankles. He also wore hand guards, a black belt, traditional Japanese wooden sandals, and a red haori with two yellow circles on each side. He often carried a large scroll on his back, and had a tattoo on his left palm, and he wore a horned forehead protector with the kanji for oil, which denoted his affiliation with Mount Myoboku. This was none other than Jiraiya, one-third of the legendary Sannin, and he was also known as the Toad Sage. Walking next to him was another person that was maybe 2 or 3 inches shorter than Jiraiya. He has yellow blonde, spiky hair with two bangs that nearly reached his jaws and blue eyes. He had 3 distinct whisker marks on each cheek that you couldn't miss. He is wearing a form-fitting outfit with a black t-shirt underneath. It was a black and orange jacket with orange pants, black sandals, and his headband was tied on his head which had a blue cloth. This was none other than Naruto Uzumaki. Also known as the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, the most unpredictable ninja and only known to a select few, the son of the deceased 4th Hokage Minato Namikaze. They were on their way back to Konoha after being gone for 2.5 years. The cause of this was because Naruto is being hunted down by a group of S-rank criminals, also known as the Akatsuki. Jiraiya came up with the idea to take Naruto out of the village and train him for 2.5 years to get him better prepared for them. Before they left, Naruto was sent out on a mission to capture his teammate Sasuke Uchiha after he fled the village to go to Orochimaru for power to kill his brother. The result of the mission was a failure. Naruto pulled back at the last minute and Sasuke wound up stabbing him in his chest with a chidori. Following the mission, Jiraiya came back to the village and explained his plan to Tsunade, who was completely against it at first. It took quite a bit of convincing from Jiraiya, and that meant he had to get her a huge supply of sake. It helped that Naruto agreed to go on the trip as well, so she reluctantly let him go. It was no secret that Tsunade and Naruto had a bond that was similar to a mother and son, so it wasn't much of a shocker to anyone when she nearly hugged him to death when they were about to leave. "I see they finally added your ugly mug on the monument, Granny Tsunade," Naruto thought with a smirk. "Oh ho. Thinking about a lady, I see. Tell me, what's she like?" Jiraiya said and pulled out a notepad. "Forget it, pervy sage. I'm not helping you write one of your crappy books," Naruto said. "My books are not crappy. They happen to be the #1 selling book in the Shinobi Nations," Jiraiya said as they walked past the gate guards. "Oh please. That book only sells to perverts and that's it. Besides, the girl I'm thinking about would kill you if ever put her in one of your books," Naruto said. "Who's the lucky lady?" Jiraiya asked with a perverted giggle. "Granny Tsunade," Naruto said, and Jiraiya paled. "You're right. Why are you thinking about Tsunade?" Jiraiya asked. "Because they finally added her ugly face on the monument," Naruto said, pointing at the monument. "I still don't understand how you're alive since you constantly disrespect her," Jiraiya said as they reached the Hokage Tower. "It's impossible for her to stay mad at me long enough to do it. It's the Naruto Uzumaki charm," Naruto said. "Not just the Naruto Uzumaki charm. Your father was the same way," Jiraiya thought. "Don't get ahead of yourself. Most of the time you do it while she's drunk," Jiraiya said and knocked on Tsunade's office door. "Come in," Tsunade said from the other side and sounded excited. Hello Tsunade. Have you missed me? Jiraiya asked as he came in the room. Oh, it's just the pervert, Tsunade said and slumped into her chair. Hello Grandma Tsunade. Naruto yelled from behind Tsunade, causing her to punch him through the roof. Well, that didn't take long, Jiraiya said as he stepped to the side as Naruto came crashing through the roof. Ow. What the hell, you old hag? Naruto asked as he got up and was as good as new. Who are you calling an old hag? Tsunade asked with an eye twitch. You're the only hag in this room. Why do you think I call you Granny? Granny, Naruto said defiantly. Care to repeat that? Tsunade asked as she got in his face. Yeah, I do, old hag, Naruto said. They had an intense stare-off with each other and everyone in the room grew nervous. Tsunade refused to back down and Naruto was equally if not more stubborn than she was. After a while they both smiled and Tsunade grabbed him into a bone-crushing hug. Welcome back, you idiot, Tsunade said. It's good to be back, Granny, Naruto said as they broke the hug. I must say, Naruto, you've really grown since the last time we saw you, Shizune said as she gave him a hug. Shizune, I hope you've been keeping Granny out of trouble, Naruto said and she giggled. I try, Shizune said. Hi Naruto. Do I look any different? Sakura asked, striking a flirting pose. Nope. You look pretty much the same as last time, Naruto said. You idiot. Can't you tell when a girl's flirting with you? Jiraiya thought. Well, he's still clueless when it comes to women, Shizune thought. If his hair was any longer, he'd look just like Minato. He still has the same clueless attitude Minato had when it came to women, Tsunade thought. Sheesh. Before I left, she wouldn't even want to hang out with me. Now she's all flirty. What's with her? Naruto thought. Alright. How strong is he? Tsunade asked. Not as strong as you'd think I'd be after 2 years training with him, Naruto thought. He's strong, Jiraiya said. How strong is that? Will he be able to take on the Akatsuki? Tsunade asked. Not yet, but he's close, Jiraiya said. Good. Then I'll have to give you a little test, Tsunade said. Right now? Naruto asked. There's someone I'd like you to go up against. I've been holding him off of missions the last few days so he'd be ready for just this moment. Your opponent will be. Tsunade was interrupted by a knock on the door. Come in, Tsunade said and the door opened revealing Shikamaru and Temari. Hey, Shikamaru said. Hey, Shikamaru, Temari. Look what the cat dragged in, Sakura said and pointed at Naruto. As that, it is. Naruto, it's you, Shikamaru exclaimed. Hey, Shikamaru, Naruto said. Is that the same little squirt? He's hot, Temari thought. Well, you're back, huh? Shikamaru asked. Yeah, I just got back today, Naruto said. Look at you. Who'd ever believe you're the same idiotic? What I mean to say is you've changed, haven't you? Shikamaru asked and Naruto just grinned. He hasn't changed at all, Sakura said, crossing her arms. I didn't think so, Shikamaru said and Naruto slumped in defeat before peeking right back up. Hey wait, does this mean you're my opponent, Shikamaru? Naruto asked. Opponent? What are you talking about? I just came over here to drop off paperwork, Shikamaru said. Oh, well, if it's not you then is it? What's your name again? Naruto asked Temari. You don't remember me? Temari asked with anger in her voice. Well, maybe if you take your clothes off I might remember, Naruto said and he was hit upside his head. Naruto, Sakura said. What? It's what pervy sage tells all the ladies he comes across. They take off their clothes and he remembers them, Naruto said. Well, you've never seen me without any clothes on. How would that help? Temari asked. Good point, Naruto said. Naruto, you won't find your opponent in here. He's out there, Tsunade said, pointing to the window and giving Jiraiya a look that promised pain. Naruto walked over to the window and opened it, revealing Kakashi sitting there reading his favorite book. So, Naruto, you went and got all grown up, Kakashi said and waved to him, but he was having completely different thoughts. He looks exactly like Minato sensei. He just has shorter hair and whisker marks, Kakashi thought. Kakashi sensei. Well, you haven't changed a bit, sensei. Oh, wait a second. Hang on, I've got something for you, sensei. A little present, Naruto said, digging in his pouch. Kakashi said. Just like old times, huh? Tsunade asked. Yeah, Sakura said. No way. Is that really? Kakashi asked. The first new issue of the Makeout series in 3 years. It's boring if you ask me, but I know you like this stuff, Naruto said as Kakashi took the book. Little idiot. You can't expect a kid to appreciate good literature. People would kill for a copy. It hasn't even been released yet. Jiraiya thought. Calm down. This is no time to be fooling around, Kakashi. Tsunade said. So I guess, you're my opponent. Naruto asked. Well, you're half right. Been a long time hasn't it, Sakura? Kakashi asked. Yes it has sensei. Sakura said. So as to who my opponent will be. It's Naruto and Sakura. The two of you. Kakashi said. Both of us sensei. Naruto asked. That's right. Kakashi will put you to the test. How well you do against him will determine your future status. Tsunade said. Their future status. Shikamaru said. Sakura. It's time to show that your training with me wasn't a waste of time. Tsunade said. Right. Sakura said. So, shall we get started? Kakashi asked. Naruto and Sakura asked. Okay. You're right. You just got back Naruto. You must be tired. We'll give you a chance to rest first. Kakashi said. I'm ready to go right now. But if you insist. Naruto said. Now that's a shocker. I expected him to argue with him a bit more. Something isn't right. Why wouldn't Naruto be eager to test his skills right now? Shizune thought. Good. I'll meet you later at the training grounds. So long. Kakashi said and went up in smoke. Well that's odd, isn't it? He seems in a hurry. Shizune said. Yeah and I have a pretty good idea why. Tsunade said. Can't wait to read that book. Shikamaru said. That explains it. That gleam in his eye. Sakura said. Of course he wants to read it. Who in their right mind wouldn't want to read my book before anyone else does? Jiraiya thought. Village Streets. That stupid book. I'm sorry I even gave it to him. That thing is more important than our training. Naruto said. No accounting for taste. At least now we'll have time to discuss strategy. Sakura said and Naruto slid back to Temari and Shikamaru. So, are you two going out or what? Naruto asked. Not even close. Shikamaru said. You've got to be joking. Like I would ever even. The Chunin exams are about to start. I've been busy running back and forth between your village and mine getting ready for them. Temari said. Yeah and I'm her escort. It's a drag and don't ask how it happened, but I'm in charge of organizing the Chunin exams. Shikamaru said. Chunin exams, man that takes me back. Naruto said. Yeah well speaking of that. What are you gonna do, Naruto? Shikamaru asked. About what? What do you mean? Naruto asked. What do you think? About the Chunin exams. You're the only one in our year who isn't a Chunin. Everyone is but you. Shikamaru said. Sakura. You made Chunin. Naruto asked. That's right. Sakura said. Oh you haven't heard half of it. Konkuro, Neji and Temari they've even taken it a step farther. They've already made Jonin. Shikamaru said. Jonin. What about Gaara? What's he? Naruto asked. Gaara has become the new Cage. Temari said. I see. That's great. Well I'm not about to be outdone by him. I'm still going to be Hokage one day. Just you wait. Naruto said. Funny. I think he has grown up a bit. Sakura thought. That's great and all, but what about the Chunin exams? Aren't you going to enter them? Shikamaru asked. I can't. It's illegal for a Chunin to take the Chunin exams. Naruto said. You're a Chunin? Shikamaru asked. Yeah, I thought Granny Tsunade told you already. Naruto said. No, she didn't. Shikamaru said. When did you become Chunin? Sakura asked. Right before I left. Granny Tsunade was going over my mission records and everything that happened during the Chunin exam and promoted me. She said she didn't have the chance to thoroughly look at my files since she was recently appointed Hokage. Naruto said. Then why don't you wear the Chunin vest? Sakura asked. You don't wear yours. Why should I have to wear mine? It's not mandatory. Naruto said. I guess you have a point. Sakura said. Random area. What do you think? Not bad. Jiraiya asked Kakashi who was reading his book. If you ask me it's the best book I've ever written. I'm delivering Naruto to your hands as promised. Jiraiya said. I can see he's grown alright. But has he grown up? Kakashi asked. HMPH. Are you implying that I haven't done my job? Go on, underestimate him. You'll be sorry. Jiraiya said. Well that sounds encouraging. Kakashi said and then Jiraiya turned serious. The ones we're watching are about to make their move. Jiraiya said. I see. So they're finally coming out of the woodwork. Kakashi said. It's no surprise. It was bound to happen sooner or later. Jiraiya said. The Akatsuki. So why do you think they're finally showing their hand? What are they after? Kakashi asked. Their ultimate goal is still unclear, but I know one thing. They want the fox spirit Naruto carries within himself. As to why, well, you can be sure they have some evil purpose in mind. That's why I've been going around spreading word to all of our allies. Something's coming, so they better boost security and keep on their toes. Jiraiya said. Training grounds. He's always been like this. You'd think after all this time he'd show up on time for once. Sakura said. I'm sure he has a reason for constantly being late. Naruto said, and then a puff of smoke went off. Sorry to keep you waiting. I ran into this poor old lady who needed some help carrying. Would you give us a break? Naruto and Sakura said. Oh wow. Boy, this sure does bring back memories. Naruto said, looking at the three wooden stumps, mainly the middle one. Oh, that's right. This was the site of our very first training lesson, wasn't it? Kakashi asked. It was Squad 7. The three of us together. Sakura said. That's right. We had Sasuke with us back then, didn't we? Kakashi asked, causing both of them to remember the last time they saw Sasuke. Were we ever really a team? Naruto asked. Huh? Sakura asked. What do you mean? Kakashi asked. I mean, we never really got along. I was the loudmouth who yelled about being Hokage all the time. Sasuke was the popular student who got all the training, and Sakura was and probably still is Sasuke's biggest fan. I'd pick a fight with Sasuke to prove that I'm better than him, and Sakura would just beat me up. Granted that I let her do that because I had a crush on her, but you never did anything to stop that from occurring. Naruto said. Had a crush? Sakura thought. I wonder how long he's been keeping this bottled up inside. Kakashi thought. You just sat around and said something after everything was done. That's not a team, it was a bomb waiting to explode, and that's what happened. Sasuke left the village for power after you privately trained him. I left for nearly 3 years and Sakura stayed behind and trained under Granny Tsunade. On our trip, Pervy Sage told me that our team is a mirror image of his team, which was coincidentally Team 7. Orochimaru was the prodigy and star student who got the most attention for his sensei. Granny Tsunade was like Sakura, except she had skills to start off with, and Pervy Sage was like me. The dead last loser that nobody believed in and only showed sympathy for just to get him to shut up. I wonder if any other Team 7s were like that. Naruto said. Let me ask you something. If you come across Sasuke again, what will you do? Kakashi asked. Don't know. I'll see how he reacts when we see each other again. Naruto said. He has grown up. Before he would say that he'll drag Sasuke back here kicking and screaming if he had to. Kakashi thought and pulled out 2 bells. Alright, changing subjects. Show me how far you've come. After all, you haven't both given up on Sasuke, have you? Kakashi asked. Not a chance. Sakura said confidently. I already gave my answer. Naruto said. The rules are the same as they were the first meeting. I don't care how you do it. Just get these bells away from me and remember. Kakashi SSID. If we're not prepared to kill you. Naruto started. We won't get the bells. We know. Sakura said. Exactly. Show no mercy if you ever hope to get these bells. You've got until sunrise tomorrow. Okay. Shall we get started? Kakashi asked and closed his book. Are you going to be reading that stupid book the whole time, Kakashi-sensei? Naruto asked. No, he won't. I bet he already finished reading it. Sakura said. Not quite, but I'm going to save that little pleasure for later. Besides, I've got a feeling I'd better keep on my toes. It's a whole new ball game. This time, it's serious. Kakashi said and revealed his Sharingan. Let's go. Naruto said. He threw some shuriken at Kakashi, who ducked out of the way. Naruto jumped in the air to avoid Kakashi's shuriken that he threw and used the shadow clone jutsu to get out of the way from some more shuriken that were thrown into the air. Impressive. Kakashi said. Nice. Sakura said. He was trapped in mid-air, so he used his shadow clone jutsu to move himself out of the way. Sakura thought. Transform. Naruto said. He used the transformation jutsu and turned his shadow clone into a giant shuriken and went to throw it at Kakashi, but he was suddenly stopped by Kakashi himself. That'll be enough of that. Kakashi said. He's growing up right before my eyes. Not only that, but his timing with the shadow clone has improved as well. Kakashi thought as he saw a shadow clone holding a kunai to his back. Jiraiya said, impressed. Not bad. Tsunade said. Incredible. Shizune said. You've matured, haven't you, Naruto? However, you still have a ways to go. It's obvious you're impatient as ever. You attacked before I even had the chance to say start. Now, let's do this properly. Ready, start. Kakashi said and went up in smoke. Same old tricks, Kakashi-sensei. Too bad they won't work on me. Naruto said as both Narutos went up in smoke. They were both shadow clones. Where's the real Naruto? Shizune asked. Now what are you going to do, Sakura? Tsunade thought. Right. Above. Left. Behind. Only one place left. Sakura thought and punched the ground, destroying it like Tsunade. What ridiculous strength. Kakashi thought. Yes. Nicely done. Tsunade said. So, it looks like the fifth Hokage has been teaching her more than medical ninjutsu. Kakashi thought. The same quick temper and monstrous strength. Tsunade's turned Sakura into a mirror image of herself. Jiraiya said. Kakashi-sensei. Sakura asked. Huh. Kakashi asked. Found ya, didn't I? Sakura said. Great. Granny Tsunade taught her that as well. Naruto thought. She infuses her chakra together. Focuses it into her fist and releases it all at once. Something like that requires incredibly precise chakra control. Medical ninjutsu combined with monstrous strength. No, it's more than that. Overall, she's more of a genjutsu type. She just might become a better kunoichi than the Hokage. You had your shot, now it's my turn. Kakashi thought. He quickly ran into the forest and hid inside of some bushes. He used his Sharingan and found Naruto hiding up in a tree. He looked behind him and saw Sakura hiding behind a tree as well. He quickly jumped out of the way as three kunai came sailing towards him and Naruto came rushing at him with a kunai in hand. They clashed for a brief second and Kakashi threw three kunai of his own at Naruto, who dodged them, landing on the ground as Sakura stood next to him. Time for today's lesson. This is Shinobi Battle Skill Rule Number 1, Taijutsu. Kakashi said. He ran forward and immediately went after Naruto, who dodged his kicks and punches. Naruto jumped up into a tree, giving Sakura an opening. She ran at Kakashi and threw punches at Kakashi, who easily avoided them. He was backed into a tree and had to move as Sakura destroyed the tree with one of her punches. She aimed at his head. Phew. That was a close one. Kakashi said. It's me and you now, Kakashi-sensei. Naruto said, standing on a branch. Let's go then. Kakashi said. Naruto jumped at Kakashi, who was expecting some shadow clones, but they never came. Kakashi was finding it a bit difficult to handle Naruto's taijutsu style since it was still random attacks, but it was defined and had more speed to it. Kakashi and Naruto both pulled out kunai and began clashing in a fierce taijutsu battle. Sakura joined in as well, but she threw Naruto off his rhythm and he was kicked away by Kakashi. Sakura started to swing at Kakashi, trying to end it in one punch, but she failed again. Naruto tried to use the 1,000 years of death jutsu on Kakashi, but he missed since Kakashi quickly jumped out of the way. Imagine Kakashi's surprise when he was kicked out of the air by Naruto and was sent crashing to the ground. What was that? I know for a fact that was the real Naruto. Kakashi thought. What was that? Wasn't that the real Naruto below? Shizune asked. It was the real Naruto. Jiraiya, what happened? Tsunade asked. I don't know. It's the first time I've seen that. Jiraiya said. Naruto, what was that? Sakura asked. Something I used during the training trip. Pervy Sage doesn't even know about it. Naruto said. Shadow clone jutsu. His sheer number of shadow clones always seems to amaze me. Kakashi thought as he was looking at hundreds of Narutos. Let's get him. Naruto said. All of the Narutos rushed in at Kakashi and began attacking him. Kakashi was dodging and blocking everything that was coming at him as if it was easy. Sakura punched the ground trying to get Kakashi, but she only destroyed most of Naruto's shadow clones. What a pain. Looks like I won't have time for reading. Kakashi thought. This is starting to get interesting. Jiraiya said. They're doing really good. Better than I thought. Shizune said. Just wait. You haven't seen anything. Tsunade said. Now then, what should I do next? I'll skip the genjutsu. Shinobi Battle Skill Number 3, Ninjutsu. Kakashi said and rapidly went through hand signs. Fire style. Fireball jutsu. Kakashi exhaled a large ball of fire towards Naruto and Sakura, who both jumped out of the way. Naruto landed and looked at the damage, then noticed Kakashi was missing. Suddenly his ankle was grabbed and he was pulled underground, but went up in smoke, signaling he was another shadow clone. Kakashi noticed Sakura and Naruto running at him, so he rapidly went through more hand signs. Water style. Water dragon jutsu. Kakashi jumped onto the river that was near him and created a large dragon made of water. He controlled it and watched as it crashed into Naruto and Sakura. Ninja art. Kunai shadow clone. Kakashi jumped out of the way as hundreds of kunai came flying at him and some of them managed to cut him up a bit. That was a surprise since he never knew Naruto could use that jutsu. He jumped in the tree and then immediately jumped out of it as Sakura came and kicked the tree in half. Ninja art. Shuriken shadow clone. Naruto threw 3 shuriken at Kakashi and then they multiplied into 300 shuriken. Kakashi's jaw would have hit the ground if it wasn't for his mask and he had to substitute with a log to avoid getting hit. He let out a breath and then jumped out of the way as Naruto came crashing down at him with a Rasengan in his hand. The damage was a lot worse than what Sakura does with her chakra-enhanced punches. Looks like this could take a while. Jiraiya thought. Well, they still have time before sunrise. Tsunade said. True. Shizune said. In fact, just watch. I think this will be over sooner than you think. Tsunade said. That Sharingan of his is something else, isn't it? Sakura asked. Yeah, Naruto said. His hand signs are faster than the human eye can follow. There's no way we'll be able to get past them. We don't have a chance at getting near those bells unless we can slow down his hands somehow. Sakura said. Like you said, it's no surprise. I mean, you'd expect Kakashi sensei to be a strong opponent. He's smarter than Shikamaru. His sense of smell is sharper than Kiba's, his Sharingan might be stronger than Sasuke's, his taijutsu is better than Bushy Brows, and on top of that, he's got more experience than both of us combined. Naruto said. Well, even Kakashi sensei has some weakness. He has to, right? Sakura asked. I got it. I know his weakness. Naruto said. Kakashi. I never thought they'd give my Sharingan such a workout. I should be able to hold them off until sunrise. I've still got plenty of shuriken, kunai and make out tactics. No, I better not. It's not like the old days where I could fight them off and read a book at the same time. I'm dying to know what happened. It's obvious the main character has a dark secret that's about to be revealed. Man, this is killing me. I don't know how long I can wait. I was so impressed by how much they've grown that I let myself get carried away. From now on, I'm going to wait and let them make the first move. Kakashi said, and they appeared. A frontal attack. Getting a little overconfident, aren't you? Kakashi asked. Now, Naruto. Sakura said. Listen to this, Kakashi sensei. I know the final plot to make out tactics. Naruto said. What? No. Kakashi said. Turns out the hero is actually none other than. No, shut up. I don't wanna hear it. Kakashi said and covered his ears, but he could still see Naruto's lips moving. Oh no. With the Sharingan I can still read his lips. Kakashi said and closed his eyes, then opened them after a few seconds to see Sakura and Naruto holding the bells. A ninja must see through deception. Naruto said. Isn't that right, sensei? Sakura asked. I deserve that. I should have gone ahead and finished it. Kakashi said, looking at his book. Why are you even wasting your time? It's the most boring book ever. Naruto said. Huh? Kakashi asked. Yeah, the pervy sage loaned it to me, but it was such a snooze fest that I didn't make it past page 10. So I couldn't have spoiled it for you. Naruto said, and Kakashi slumped down. Even though Naruto didn't know the ending, we figured a mention of make-out tactics would freeze you in your tracks. Pretty good strategy. Sakura said. You two have certainly demonstrated your growth. Tsunade said, walking up to them. Oh, milady. Sakura said. Kakashi, is there something you'd like to say? Tsunade asked. Well, they did a great job getting a hold of those bells. Kakashi said. Why? What are you guys talking about? Naruto asked. Well, we've been discussing what your status will be in the future, Naruto. Shizune said. What will our status be? Naruto asked. Naruto Uzumaki. Tsunade said. Yeah, Naruto asked, unsure. Speak up. Tsunade said. Yes ma'am. Naruto asked. Sakura Haruno. Tsunade said. Milady. Sakura said. You two are a team again. Along with your old sensei. From this day on, you'll be Team Kakashi. Tsunade said. Team Kakashi. Sakura said. I guess that sounds pretty cool. What will we be doing then? Naruto asked. It means we'll be going on missions together. You and I will be peers now. That's the long and the short of it. The days of sensei and students are past. We're leaf shinobi on equal ground. Got it? Kakashi asked. Yeah, Naruto said. Great. Sakura said. I'll be in my office. Tsunade said. I need to talk to you.
Let's stop for a while. Well, we know that we have been having a good time, but the YouTube algorithm, that the thing is not something good. But I'm sorry for background noise. But let's end today's video here, and I will meet you in the next episode of What If Naruto Has Ice Escape Kekkei. So let's subscribe the channel, turn on the bell icon and share this video as much as possible.